Grace and peace to you all, my beloved. This is Pastor Pimpong. Today is Sunday, the 16th of January 2022. We've just finished service, and as you heard in the message, how it is that God supplies us all this. Look, if you look at the skies, I wish we could capture the whole. It's like this. You see, the whole heavens is soaked with snow, ice. And so when God is asking Job, do you know from whose womb the ice comes from? God is looking at the heavens almost like his womb, and the ice falling. And you can see, it's falling as a particle. Each particle of sleet, each particle of ice, each particle, God has a name for that particle. And that particle hears God's voice and responds to God's pleading and God's call. The particles that constitute snow or ice or whatever it is, God has a name for each one of them. No human knows those things. We call it all kinds of names, but because we don't know their names, and when we call them, that's why they don't respond to our command. But God, who knows their names, he calls them, he says, ice fall and they all fall. Rain fall and they pour. All of them droplets. And they have accumulated right here. Look at it on the driveway. Look at in our driveway, you see this, and it is still falling. Now it is sleet. Instead of snowflakes, you have sleet falling, and very soon the temperature will drop, and then it turns into ice. But the sleet is really falling like rain, heavily, a lot. You can see all over here, on top of the cars. Sure, on top of the cars, you see, all the cars are covered. They're covered with snow on the top, and it is very, very heavy. In fact, the whole windshield and everything covers with snow. You can't even see through the windshield of the car. But that is what we have here. And so for every one of us, we have to have a shovel. And we have 2 shovels. We are coming out today, and we are going to try to shovel up as much as we can so that the accumulation will not be too heavy to block our way, to keep our cars from moving out. My son, who is Kofi, was supposed to have gone to work this afternoon at 2. But the way it looks, it's very hazardous. There's so much ice, and I don't think it is prudent for him to go. So here we are, all over the yard, all over, right over there. We have all this ice. Thankfully, we will not have to shovel those ones, because those are just in the yard. But in the driveway, we have to shovel it. And we want to do it quickly now, because if we don't do it and the temperature drops and it freezes, it becomes hard to really shovel it, because it glues itself to the concrete and it becomes very difficult. So we want to do as much as we can this afternoon and get as much as we can off the driveway, so it will not accumulate that much, and then the work will be a lot lighter. So that's it. Here we are doing, I say walantu walansa. That's walantu walansa is what we used to say in Ghana. It's an adage or a slogan. Walantu, you dig and you shovel it up. So that's what we are doing, walantu walansa, this Sunday after service. But we want to thank God for all of you. Again, here is Pastor Pimpong here on our Walantu Walansa project, shoveling off the ice that has accumulated, or the snow that has accumulated on our driveway. Okay, so here I am. And one good thing is that I'm pouring it onto my garden. These are pot gardens all over there. We have all this. So by the time the sun sets, there's a lot of water, and it's going to help the leaves that we put in the garden to quickly, dissolve, dissolve, and then give us some humus soil for our gardening that will be coming up, God willing, in March. So God, He supplies us everything that we need. ice, snow, every one of them have their purpose. And we thank God for it. Grace and peace. God bless you. Enjoy your day. Those of you in Africa, in Europe, wherever you are, be blessed. In Jesus Christ's name. First snowstorm in North Carolina. Let's go celebrate. God bless you. Bye-bye.